A quick recap. Basically, you guys are currently what you call after fighting a bunch of giant lobsters while at sea. You guys finally arrive at Nicodranas, basically, and decided to stay at the Lavish Chateau, where you guys met the Ruby of the Sea, where she tasks you guys, or should I say Nar, to assassinate and kill a noble who she believes to be giving her problems. You guys managed to what you call find the place where the noble was, and with Vendelte and Margarana managed to find a back door inside this fortress that is currently owned by the noble. You guys are trying to figure out and having doubts whether you're doing the right thing. So, with that being said, Margarana is a rat, and currently you're heading back to the door. Yeah. So, let me just do this. Alright. So, Margarana, what do you do?
I'm going to run along the side of the wall in the shadow as fast as possible back towards the door.
Okay, you're at the door.
Now I'm going to remember that the door is shut.
Yep.
And,
Oh, also, you only have what you call a duration of how long you can be a rat.
yeah.
So keep that in mind. I think you can do that only for 3 hours, which is half your level, basically.
Is there anything that I see around the room that's got, like a hole, a vent, another way out?
Roll perception.
Okay.
And using the perception of the rat.
Alright, let me find...
Just roll a flat 20, basically.
Okay. So 19, I'm doing pretty good.
Surprisingly, there is a way out, basically, and it is currently, I'm gonna do this. So currently there is a way out, there is a hole somewhere around this corner. But you have to cross across the room, basically.
Okay, so I'm going to go back in line with the sofas there, and I'm going to dart across to hide underneath the first one.
What first one?
The one closest to me. So I'm crossing the room underneath the sofas and the table in the center.
Okay. So you go to the sofas. But roll another perception.
Okay. Oh, natural 20, yes!
Okay.
You guys are good
So,
this game.
as soon as you reach the first couch, underneath the first couch, you start to hear snoring. You start to hear...
Can I see a piece of sleep by peeking my head out?
If you peek your head out, roll perception again.
Okay. 19, alright.
Yeah, he is currently slouched over his chair and his eyes closed. You could probably tell at this time that he is starting to fall asleep. Or probably in the middle of it.
Okay. I could probably sneak up and see what he's writing.
You can definitely try.
I'm going to try that.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm going to approach the table from the front, not from the side he's sitting on, and, is there like a table leg or something I can climb up on?
If you look at the table, basically there are no ledges that you can climb over. It's basically just like a straight flat table with 4 legs on each corner. There are no hinges or what you call ledge that you could hop on. So unless you transform to something that could potentially climb a vertical surface, or yeah.
Well, I don't have anything that can fly yet. That's next level, I think. I could turn into a venomous snake, which would be able to climb up the smooth surface if I turned into a boomslang or some kind of tree venomous snake. Now, the question is if I change wild morph, does that reset my timer?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
But I think once you turn into animal, you're gonna turn into Morgana first, and then turn into an animal. I'm not sure if that's how that works. I could be wrong.
I think that is how it works.
Yes. So you're gonna turn into Morgana before you turn into another animal, because you're gonna remove the spell for this one. So it is up to you. It's what's it gonna do.
Is he really like just snoring loudly?
So far, that's what you're hearing.
Okay. So I'm going to not be under the couch, because that would cause the couch to rise up and thus crash, but I'm going to try and have the couch line us in between him and me. So move up to the top and shift. I'm going to shift forms as quickly as I can.
Okay.
Making sure that I'm in the open enough that I'm not knocking over any furniture.
Okay. What's the components of wild shape? Is it there are letters there. Is it VASM? What does it say? I am sure.
Let me pull up my let me find that part of my sheet real quick.
I think let me help it with that. Is it you're casting wild shape, right? Wild shape is basically wild shape because it has a component.
I don't see wild shape as having a component. It's an action.
Yeah, because it's gonna tell whether if you're gonna cast it with your mouth or your hands. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say which is it. I don't see it. Chris, do you see it?
See what?
Can you check if wild shape has components? What are the components to cast the spell?
I think wild shape is counted as an action, not a spell, because you don't use spell slots. You have their own specific ones.
Yeah, no, because you're a druid. That's why you're different
Yeah.
from a spellcaster that can wild shape. And that's one reason why you could retain your intelligence. The problem is I don't know its components if it even requires one. Wild shape, because wild shapes.
I don't think it does. I've never, as a druid, used components for wild shape.
Let me check. Oh boy. Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay, so I would say at will you can do that easily. Because it doesn't. It's not recording in DnD Beyond, so I'm assuming if that's the case. It's just druid. So yeah, what do? You turn into Morgana. Easily
turn
enough.
into Morgana, and then I'm going to turn into a boomslang, which is a type of arboreal venomous snake.
Okay, you become a snake. Easily done.
That way, if he sees me, he's gonna freak out and not attack me, because you don't want to get bit by one of those.
Is actually poison snake.
Venomous.
Danger noodle.
What do you do?
I'm going
So
to...
so remove. That's not a spell slot, right?
Wild Shape has their own slots, and
Okay.
this will be fulfilling mine. So at this point, I won't be able to shape into anything else without a short rest.
Okay, got it. So you have 3 hours again as a venomous snake.
So I'm gonna slide up the leg of this little table here.
Okay, roll athletics. Is
Okay.
it for strength? Athletics? Yeah, I keep messing acrobatics and athletics over and over again. And add the snake's strength modifier, not yours.
Okay.
Which I believe. Poisonous snake has a +4. Has a -4 strength. So you roll a d20 and -4. A poisonous snake has a -4 strength. To see
12.
12. Easily enough, you do climb the ledge of the table. It does take you a while.
Okay. And I'm gonna look and see what he's writing.
Okay, roll stealth.
Okay. 18. Would I
18.
I wouldn't use my modifier. I guess the snake wouldn't have stealth. But
Yeah. So it's basically, yeah. So
it's 18.
So you avoid the obstacles, the furnitures and the stuff laying on top of the table to avoid causing unnecessary attention to yourself. And yeah, you manage to reach the what you call the parchment or the ledger that he is currently finished writing. And you see a bunch of names that you do not recognize, places that you believe to be, one of which is Dragosha, the other one is Nicodranas, which is currently where you are.
Mom.
And basically it's basically just a list of names that does not make sense and a list of places. And on the other side, it's like a chart, basically like a table, and there are what you call numbers, and it says next to it shipments. So one says 8 shipments of something, the other one has 5 shipments of something, the other one is 6 shipments of something. Roll investigation. And this time add your modifier because you're using the intellect of Morgarana, not the snake. But when you're
Guys,
using...
you're not killing me yet. Investigation. I have 19. Yes.
19. There is a name there that you read, and it says what you call the very top. It says orders for dwarven fire crystals.
Okay. Do I know anything about dwarven fire crystals?
Roll nature check.
Okay. It's a lower roll, but at least I have a good nature's modifier. 18.
18. You know that your father, after traveling to the mountains, being a druid yourself, you know that your father had an encounter with entering a cave at one point and endangering himself while entering a cave that has dwarven fire crystals. The crystals themselves are very explosive, so they're like grenades, but in the shape of a gem or a crystal that is embedded in rocks. And once hit by impact, so basically once it interacts with something through impact, like whether a stone or an axe, it would ignite in a number of seconds, which can cause an explosion and could ignite things around it.
Well, although this guy definitely doesn't deal in business of a safe nature, I'm not sensing anything illegal or necessarily evil about this guy. So I'm going to slither down if I can.
Roll athletics again. As you try to slither
Right.
down.
And the snake has a -4 to strength, correct?
Yep.
Okay. That's not the greatest roll in the world. 6.
6. Okay, so as you try to wiggle down, your tail hits the mug. And it smashes to the ground. The guy goes, What the? He stands up. He starts walking around it. Roll stealth.
Yeah, he sees me.
Okay.
That was a 2.
He sees a tail.
Okay.
And the moment he sees that, he goes, "What the bloody? Hey, Marvin! Marvin!" He just hears himself, and by this time, Vendelte, you hear screaming inside. And as you're spying from the other side of as you're spying on the outside of the door, the guard wakes up suddenly and starts to enter the room. As he as he starts to pull out his keys, he notices the door open. It's like, huh? And he shrugs it out because he doesn't care. And he enters. "Oh yes, boss. What's up? There's a freaking snake in my office." Snake? Weird. He starts walking inside. Margarana, you now see the door open and a guard approaching you.
I'm going to give my biggest puff up hiss and try and dart towards the door.
Okay, roll dex. And I would say no. Roll initiative. Just you.
Roll initiative.
Uh-huh.
Would I add my own initiative modifier?
Yes. 5 for magic and 15 for 1 moment. I'm gonna make use of this because I have a hard time.
Can I sneak a little closer and peek through the door he just went in through?
Actually, you as well, Ventate. Roll initiative to see who goes to go first. And I'm gonna use this. 1 moment. 12.
I gotta add my modifier.
Yeah, 1 moment, because I'm gonna be using this. 7, 12. So, boss, give me a sec.
15.
1 moment, give me a sec. So that I don't get confused doing this crap. Yeah. Alright, so boss. 12. Alright, so Margarena, what did you roll? 13. So you and Vendelte, what did you roll?
15.
15. Okay, so I would go. Vendelte, you go first. You sneak into the door, and the door does open. What you call?
Did he close it behind him when he walked in?
Yeah, he did. So roll a stealth check to see if you can. So that's your movement, and your action would be opening the door.
Stealth plus 10. 23.
Easily done. Roll perception.
Perception, that's 19. 25.
25. You see Morgana being surrounded by 2 figures. So that's gonna be your turn, unless you have a bonus action that you can do.
bonus actions. Let's see. So, I can use a bonus action. I am going to... Well, I guess, they're going to try to kill the snakes, so there's really no way around this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to throw a dagger at his... Well, no, I already have really good stealth.
Technically your action was already opening the door.
Right, but according to my bonus actions, it says 2-weapon fighting.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, you can do that if it's a bonus action.
can I sneak up behind him and, I don't know, slit his throat?
You would be out in the open if you go inside the room, basically. Because
What about throwing the dagger at him?
you can throw the dagger, basically. Yeah, you can throw the dagger if you slit on the side, just behind the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can do that, it's up to you if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, who are you targeting?
Number 12.
Number 12. Okay, roll damage and double the damage, basically. The dice.
Alright, so that is a...
So times 2.
4 plus 6. So, find my d4. Is 6. That's 12. Alright, so that is 13 damage.
13. So, what you call Margarita, you
Plus-
see okay. There's more?
Do stealth attacks get extra damage?
Yes, they do. Basically you triple the damage now because you stealth
so 13,
attack.
13 is 26.
You stealth
plus
attack
13.
plus you crit 20. So technically it's rare for that to happen, but you triple the
Oh,
damage.
wow.
Nice.
That never happens technically.
Thank you for saving my scaly butt.
So what's the damage?
So 13 and 13 is 26. That's 36 or 7 or 8. 42.
Yeah, he's dead. So Margarita, you just see the this guy goes, what the? Oh, don't worry, boss. I got. And he stops talking, as you see a dagger on his neck, and he plummets to the ground. Then you have to grab that dagger. What dagger did you use?
My +1.
So in order to use that dagger, you have to go get it.
Yes.
So you cannot use that dagger again if you thrown it, unless that dagger has an ability to come back to your hand.
We wish.
Okay. All right. So that's one down. So enemy 12 is dead. All right. Next is gonna be the boss as he sees this and says, "What the? Are you freaking kidding me?" And he's gonna use his action to to go here. 1, 10, 15, 20, and he starts to yell, basically.
Fight him, Morgana.
He starts to yell.
An attack an opportunity because Morgarana's within strike range.
No, I mean technically he's not next to Morgarana, and he's a snake.
Yeah, he was a couple feet away.
Yeah, he was behind the
He
table
was past the
basically.
5 feet mark, so.
Vendetta roll perception.
Perception.
Well, this is going before we go to
Plus 6, 22.
Okay, you start to hear footsteps.
Oh, snap.
Alright, next is gonna be Morgarana.
Let's see. I mean, I suppose technically we could just kill this guy right here, right now, but that's not the reason I came in here.
You could just, come over to me and I could pick you up and we'd bolt.
Let's see.
Can
I'm
you make
going
it that far?
Snake has got the same speed as I do. So I'm going to use my action bolt.
One moment. Oh, I need 5. One moment. I need 5. There you go.
Oh crud! I need my dagger back though.
Yeah. All right. So what do you do? Number 12 is
Is
dead.
there a way? Well, no, because I couldn't. I don't think I could grab the dagger as a bonus action.
You don't have hands.
Yep.
I also don't have hands, so.
I mean, technically, you can grab it with your mouth, but trying to move a dagger would be half speed with your mouth because it's gonna be hard.
And that would be my action, so I can
Yeah.
only move the amount of space.
Yeah. Your action would be grabbing the dagger, basically.
Yeah.
And then you have a movement and a bonus action. What do you do? This is happening 6 seconds.
I'm going to grab the dagger and half speed. That way I'm halfway there.
So you're gonna grab the dagger.
Yep.
Okay, so that's your action. And where?
Then
You
my
get-
speed is 30, so I'd be able to move 15.
So technically, you have to approach the dagger. So that's gonna cause movement again. So that's
Okay.
1. The dagger is here, so that's 10 already. And you can only move 5 feet because the guy died here.
Okay.
Anything else?
So, whose turn is it now?
That would be the guy here. Who's just walking in the corner. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He sees you.
50 steps? Holy moly.
Now he uses dash action. On his next action, he's gonna scream, attracting more guards.
So I need to attack him.
So now it's
before
gonna
he can
yeah.
scream.
So now it's gonna be Vendelte.
Alright, so let's attack this guy before he can scream. We don't need any more company.
No, we don't.
You don't have a dagger, so keep 9 in dash.
No, I have 2 daggers though. I had a +1 and a regular.
Yep.
So I could try to throw it again. Just, reflex. Throw a dagger.
Okay, roll to hit.
To hit is plus... Oops, where's my dagger? And that is +7, so... 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It is 18 hit.
18 does hit. Roll damage.
Oh, wrong dice. I don't think you want me rolling my d20 at him. As nice as that would be.
Nope, that's not how that works.
That is 11 damage.
You just barely killed him.
Oh.
As he goes,
Alright, these guys are weak at least.
as he plummets to the floor, removing him on the list. Okay.
And I still have movement, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to run in there and grab her, and since she's got my dagger in her mouth...
I mean, it's a he, but
No, I meant Morgarana.
oh yeah. Oh.
I mean, he's gonna yell because he sees more people, but we gotta get out of there.
That's gonna be another.
Don't let
Unless-
fear fool you. I am a woman.
That's gonna be another action. Basically, that's gonna be another action if you're gonna grab the dagger because you already thrown the dagger. That's your action. Grabbing the
I'm
dagger is
holding the
another.
dagger and she's
Yeah.
grabbing me.
Yeah, that's gonna be an
Right,
action.
she's holding... Right, to pick her up is an action.
Yeah, to interact with any object is an action, basically.
Alright, so can we count the throwing that other dagger as a bonus action instead of my action?
Yep.
So, well, I guess on her next turn she could make for the door and then he still doesn't actually see me.
Yeah. And
All
plus,
he sees is a snake and a mysterious dagger.
he cannot go outside because he's a snake. He's a snake, technically.
Right. So, but when I threw the dagger, did I close the door again, or could I have left it cracked open, or just enough for her to squeeze out?
I would say, yeah, that could be possible. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, so we'll say the door is open just enough for her scaly self to slither out, and then I'm just gonna step over and pull my dagger out of this guy in case I need it again.
If you move, the door will close.
Oh, it closes all by itself?
Yep. Because it's
Alright, so we'll leave it there for just a second.
It's a push door, basically.
Alright, so we'll leave the dagger there for just a second, and I'm gonna hold the door while she slithers away. That's my turn.
Okay. So the next one is the boss. What you call? Who is the guy, which is technically still terrified. He doesn't even approach you because he's terrified of the snake, so he's just gonna hold his action. Not knowing how a snake ended up in his office. So, Morgarana, your turn.
I am going to use my action to dash.
Okay,
Even though I'm at half speed,
so
that would get me out the door.
Yeah, so 5,
So-
10, 15, 20. You reach outside. You do see a poisonous... what you call... Yeah, you do see... Actually, roll intelligence. Vendelte. No, Vendelte. Roll
Okay.
intelligence.
So, intelligence... What modifier do you use for that one?
Wisdom.
Oh, right there. Oh, intelligence has its own
Yeah.
modifier.
Yeah.
Intelligence on thing.
So, plus 3... 19.
19. Yeah, you know that it's Morgarana because the last time you saw her she's a rat. Now you see a
Yeah.
snake, so you assume that she managed to turn into a snake. So you do not attack
Otherwise,
her.
you'd be really impressed that this snake's got your dagger.
Or you'll be,
Right.
or you will have to end.
Terrified.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
be terrified and kill it basically. But
Yeah.
you start to understand
I'm
that.
either really scared that this poisonous snake is coming at me with a knife, or...
So, alright, so Morgarana, that's, you managed to reach 20 feet, just unless... And I would say the action would be giving the dagger to Vendelte if that's what you want, or...
Okay, yeah, I hand the dagger over.
Okay, so you have your +1
Kind of,
dagger.
gesture that we need to get out of here now.
Mhm. Somehow I picture the snake from that cartoon version of Robin Hood.
Yep.
What do you do?
Kind of the head nod to the side.
So is it my
Let's
turn again
book
then?
it.
Yes, it is.
So I'm gonna pick her up and then pull my dagger out of the other dead guy, and
Okay.
then make for the door.
Okay, so easily enough, you, what you call, so, you're here, 5, 10, that's an action, 5, 10, action, grab the dagger, 15, 20, 25, what's your speed, 30, right?
30, yep.
Yeah, you right here.
At least now I'm back in the shadows.
Okay, next is the boss is not moving, the guy's not moving, Morgarana, what do you do?
She's with me, I'm holding her.
In her
Oh,
pocket,
you're
so-
holding her, okay.
Yeah,
that-
I do nothing because I'm in a pocket.
She gets
Okay.
a free ride.
Isn't it enough?
I
Alright.
mean, I guess I could technically cast that. I could recast that spell of pass without a trace, but I think it would still.
Yeah, technically you're still out in the open considering noise has been made, so technically unless you're completely hidden, it's not gonna do much.
Yeah, you might want to cast Pass Without a Trace just
Okay,
to...
I'm gonna cast
sure.
pass without a trace on the both of us, just so that we get a +10 to stealth in case we need to sneak out a little bit further. But that's
Uh-huh.
gonna be my entire turn.
Okay, one
That's
moment.
fine. I mean, with your +10, that's an additional 20 to whatever I roll, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Guys there.
anything else you wanna do? Morgana?
Nope, I'm comfy in this pocket.
Okay, so give me a sec. Let me damn. Thought this was gonna make my life easier. It's not.
Trial and error.
Where is it? Enemy for some reason. Give me one moment. Enemy 11 and enemy 10. Jesus. Oh boy. Okay. 10, 5, and 1. Alright, so with that being said, you start to hear footsteps of Vendelte. Outside, basically. So 5, 10, 15, 20. He sees you.
But even though she cast Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah, you're out in the open. You're out
Okay.
in the open. So technically, unless you're hidden somewhere, then they won't. So 5, 10, 15,
Well, could I
20,
roll
25, 30.
For stealth since I'm back in the shadows?
No, you're in their plane of sight, basically.
Okay.
You're directly in front of them. So unless you're hiding in the crate or in the woods, then that's how it's gonna apply.
Okay.
So basically, pass without a trace doesn't make you invisible. It just makes you sneakier.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, so now they see you. So unless you manage to avoid them and hide, next is gonna be basically top of the round again, you, Vendelte.
Alright, so I am going to use my action to dash outside.
5, 10, 15, 20. We're outside. Where do you go?
Is there anything within walking distance that I can hide behind? Do I need to roll perception or something?
Yep, roll perception to see if you can find in this state of panic.
In a state of... So does that mean with disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
You managed to stay calm considering you were trained by your mentor, so you managed to at
Yeah.
least.
Does a 19 work?
Yeah, you managed to find a barrel, basically, and a crate's behind a house just in front of you.
Okay.
Do you hide there?
Yes.
Okay, roll stealth.
So 17 plus 20, that's a 37.
Yeah. So basically, you start to hear footsteps while you're hiding behind the crates. You hear what you call guards, basically, of this fort. Says, "Where did he go? Do you see it? I don't know, man. Maybe it went that way." And you just hear shoveling of footprints, and yeah, you manage to lose them.
Awesome. Well, once they're no longer looking for me, then we can go meet up with our compatriots over there.
Mm-hmm. So where do you go?
Back to our buddies.
Okay, so technically, I would say you're now back with the bodies, with that being said.
Okay.
Awesome. The
I'm
whole
going
group
to
is back together.
Stop being a snake when we get
Please
back
crawl
to our
out of my
buddies.
pocket before you
Yeah,
throw.
I'm gonna knock you in your pocket when I do that.
Okay, easily done. You managed to head back to the party. You guys see Morgana and Benderte. Yeah.
So how'd things go?
Well, I completed an entire campaign by myself, going from rat to snake, but we kind of started some crap in there, and quite frankly, this guy's just big business. He could be a creepo, I don't know, we don't have any proof.
What did you see in there exactly? Because I didn't
So
have a chance to see
apparently
anything.
he's an importer and exporter of dwarven fire crystals. Not necessarily the safest thing in the world, but also not illegal or wrong. Who knows?
Actually, they're quite illegal.
They're very
They are
illegal.
illegal.
Yeah. That's when we did our excursion into the caves. That's what we found, and they were enslaving people to mine the mines, and they were specifically trying to get certain breeds who are fire resistant to mine it, so they wouldn't end up killing their own slaves while they were mining it.
Not to
Ugh.
mention all the various things that those could be used for. None of them very nice.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
usually.
I mean, with something that looks like a gem like that, you make someone a pretty ring and then accidentally knock them over so they hit the ground, then they go boom.
That's right. That's right.
Or earrings. Or a necklace.
I forget
Anything.
the laws of this land, but yeah, not great stuff.
Well, also you can use it defensively too, as earrings or whatever, going into a place without any kind of weapons, but they're disguised enough to where you could use it as a weapon.
Right.
That's a pretty hair trigger weapon to have on you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a
Don't
last
trip.
resort if someone does use it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do? 3, 4.
I feel
I
like
still say we off him.
We don't hang out.
well,
Yeah.
I feel like we should. I don't know. It's just me, but let's head back to the hotel, and then maybe we can gain audience with.
At this time, it is currently, I would say from going back and forth, it's gonna be 9 in the evening. So unless you guys take a long rest, you guys will have to roll for exhaustion. So it's up to you guys.
I am all down for a long rest. I could
Oh, yeah.
definitely get my shaping abilities back.
So do you head back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head back. Yeah, I would say you guys take a long rest. As the next day arrives, basically. What do you guys do?
Well, after resting, we still have to figure out what to do with Mr. Explosives.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know where they were? Did you on this whatever information you got? Did it expressly say where these explosive things were?
Yeah, does it say where
not
he's storing
where,
them?
Where they're going.
Did it have an arrival time or roughly when to expect it and where?
On the spreadsheet that he was writing, his ledger, I really only saw the names of the people who were the customers, the location they're at, and how many crates they were ordering or crystals. I don't know the exact amount of what the numbers were, but they were definitely in reference to the amount of crystals.
Okay.
So, just based on the fact that he's importing these, and y'all have already dealt with people enslaving people for all of this, I feel like that alone should be reason enough to get rid of him.
We'd have to interrogate him to find out who's his boss, because when we got involved with the cave thingy, we found out there was a higher up person with more power.
So, he may or may
What
not
if
be
he's
the
the
higher up.
person?
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
Okay.
Because the other guy was a merchant too, and he was
A merchant
not-
lord.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
a
a
merchant
merchant
lord.
yeah.
Alright, so we
But I have
need
a
to-
feeling that it might actually be our fat friend from way back that might be supplying him the crystals because he has a mine.
Right. Well, we ruined
So-
that. So he had to have found another place. So clearly that didn't deter him or deter the harvesting of these things, which means that there are more people, which maybe that's what we saw on Montero Horizon when I took that peek around on the carpet and I saw that there were people being escorted with other people with them. That might be a source.
Possible. But we need to figure out an answer because 24 hours is almost up, and I have to go ahead and make sure that I tell the bodyguard if we're accepting or not.
I say we tell him that you accept, and then we can find some way to get this guy out of there, away from his guards, so we can interrogate him, and then we can dispose of him afterwards. I don't know what the rest of y'all are thinking.
I feel like we should share the information with the Ruby of the Sea because she has influence. So if we tell her this little bit of information, she may want to help us.
Maybe she could arrange a meeting since he's so infatuated.
Yes.
Alone.
Right.
Possibly lure him out. Yeah. And then we don't have to, admittedly his guards died quickly. We don't have to murder a ton of people.
Well, here's the problem. You guys didn't finish him off, and you killed his guards. So he's going to double up security, number one. Number two, did he get a good look at either of you?
All he saw was a snake, as far as I know.
Yeah, he got a great look at a northern boomslang.
And it carried a dagger away, which is not natural. So...
No, not natural at all. But at that point, he was screaming and crying in the corner like a little baby. Who's scared of snakes, honestly?
Well, it's good to know. We can tell that also to her so that she can...
That's
true.
She
has a way of gaining some distance between them if she can get herself a little pet snake or something.
She doesn't seem the type to enjoy snakes unless they're part of an intricate part of her next act. But yeah, I guess we could go ahead and seek more audience, but I think she's not going to seek audience with us again until we do the job, because she was pretty adamant about being squeaky clean with any ties.
So she doesn't really want to be a part. She doesn't want anything able to be traced back to her.
Well, even if... Yeah, but she doesn't have to be involved, because if she arranges the time, we can...
Right, but if she's arranging a meeting and he suddenly disappears from this meeting, that leads right back to her.
No, before. Since we know that that's his destination along the way, he has to get there. So we can get to him before he gets to her. And then it's less likely that she's involved.
That's about possibility too.
Anybody here proficient with poisons?
Well, I've got a shadowless dagger that does necrotic damage.
Right. I don't want to kill him though. I just want them to. I want him to look and appear dead, but I don't want him dead because we need to question him.
Right.
Well, here's the problem. Where the payment is upon death.
Right. But so long as we agree to do it, she never put a time frame on when we kill him. So long as it's done.
Right.
As long as it's done and doesn't trace back to her at all.
My thing is,
so if she were, like they said, to set up a meeting, and then we managed to kidnap him somewhere en route, that doesn't technically lead back to her, because he never made it to the meeting. So she can just go, I have no idea.
That's an idea. But also remember that we're also messing around with the whole idea that, well, think about it. Two things. Number one, he goes missing after an attempt on his life with a snake was made. That's going to look like assassination attempts. They're going to try to question people that had ill will towards him. And,
well, does anybody else know that she has ill will towards him?
That's a good
question. If she's setting up a meeting with him, then that would look better for her.
That's true too. So we could put out a reach to her about that.
I feel like if she knows more information,
what if
she might change the outcome.
But here's my thoughts. If someone's going to talk to her, it shouldn't be me, because her being seen with me more than once is going to look like a little suspicious. So if one of you other gals want to peek into her quarters and have a
Well,
word.
one of the guards got at least a glimpse of me, so that would be a bad
You're
idea.
off the table. So,
Definitely
Well, I can-
nobody
Sheena
saw
can
me
go.
as me.
Sheena can go. She can be like, I'm interested in your music.
I
Because I
mean,
was playing my little pan flute, trying to match your song.
and that's fine. We can do that. Also, no offense to most of you, but Sheena is definitely the most skilled out of our group.
No offense taken.
Because she definitely has lots of tutelage at the college that has come in quite handy.
Okay, well,
So,
we think we should just, sleep on it. Sleep first, and then we can handle it. And let's let the guard know that we'll meet with her in the morning because we have some.
But we need to let him know that we do accept the contract, and then
Accept the contract,
Yeah.
right? But
we are
need to
accepting
meet
the contract
conditions.
is not returning it. So if we
What?
don't return it by 24 hours, then that means we accepted it.
okay.
Okay.
Did that on purpose, so it'd be discreet.
Okay.
But yeah, we can go ahead and have a little. We can have a little girl-on-girl action, and you guys can chat it out, and we can figure out what to do from there.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Where do you guys go?
We're gonna
Well-
sleep first, and then we're I'm gonna go and find her and ask her a little bit more, or share some of this information with her and see how much she knows.
Okay, so as you guys go back to the Lavish Chateau, the what you call the front hand, the waiter, basically, or the bartender approaches you and you see him and says, "Oh, welcome back to the Lavish Chateau. How may I be of service?"
We'd like room again.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be basically that would be 1 gold for each and every one of you.
But
Alright.
what if we all went to sleep in the same room?
Well, technically, there's only 1 bed per room.
Yes, that's true. And then I just hugged them, and I'm like, we're very close. Wink. Wink.
Roll persuasion. Roll persuasion with what you call with disadvantage, Nar.
With advantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay. With advantage,
No,
I
disadvantage.
get,
Disadvantage.
23.
No, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage, so I gotta roll again.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's 10 plus. Yeah, because I didn't know if he said advantage or disadvantage,
Yeah.
but so deception check you said?
No.
13.
Persuasion. No, deception. Sorry, deception. Yeah.
Persuasion's 3 too, so it's just 13.
13. She goes.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to, to cramp people in one rooms. Sorry, that's policy.
That's
Okay.
alright. I can give him 5 gold piece or.
Yeah, it's not like we don't have the money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
No, that was never the issue. It was more along the lines of like under the table. He was like, "Hey, if we're all in the same room, then us talking and stuff like that is not conspicuous."
Right.
So
so, Vendette, remove 5 gold from your inventory. And yeah, you managed to stay at the Lavish Chateau.
okay. So now we have to set up audience with the Ruby of the Sea, so that Sheena can have audience.
Okay. Nar, as you look into her room at the 2nd floor, the door is closed and the guard is not there.
Okay. What she does with her guard's not my business.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's no one guarding the door, and you don't know if there's anyone in there.
Not once again. Then we just go ahead and talk to the innkeeper. It's like, is the Ruby of the Sea not in today?
Oh, she's currently she's with a client.
Could. Is it an all-day thing, or is it a couple-hour thing?
I do not know. That would be up to her and her client.
Fair enough, good stuff. Alright, well, let's go ahead and I just drop 10 gold, and I say...
Okay, remove 10 gold.
10 gold, and we are buying enough drinks and food to just sit around and hang out all day.
Okay, how long do
okay.
you wait?
Huh?
So, how long do you guys wait?
Oh, I'm just figured we're all hanging out, drinking and eating and having.
Well, it
a
was
good time.
9 o'clock, so we want to sleep first and then hang out and wait, right?
I thought we were doing that too.
Okay.
It's not the next day.
It is currently the next day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I missed that bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, dropping 10 gold and however much food and alcohol that's gonna buy. We just
Okay.
sit there and drink and eat
So,
until she pops up.
so currently you guys waited for 2 p.m. You don't see her. It is 2 in the
Okay.
afternoon. You still don't see her.
Not even the guard came out.
Nope, you don't see the guard.
All right.
All right, so ooh. I feel like we need to find her because I feel like this wouldn't be normal for her because doesn't she perform here regularly?
This is her pretty much home.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
So
Okay.
I mean,
So,
there could be guests, but also it could be one of those things that maybe she got wind of what happened and decided to not go into hiding.
I don't think so. Because I would
that would be
think
suspicious.
yeah, that would actually work against her to do that. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the details of what she looked like because if she was wearing a prominent necklace or not. Because I was thinking if I could do locate object, I might be able to find her. But I can't. I'm trying to think of something that she had on her that she would probably keep on her at all times.
Locate object has to be something that you know. Something that you know personally. So for example, a part of that object, like a necklace, so you have to have the bead of that necklace.
Yeah, it says describe or name an object that's familiar.
Yeah.
All right, so I would ask the front desk person, like leave a message with them and say that when she's when she comes in to hand it to her because it's urgent. It's an urgent message.
Okay. What message are you relying?
I'll just write in there saying that we've been waiting to take audience with you for a whole day, and we have a business proposition for you. So then that way it's not anything. I don't want to be conspicuous based on our contract. Be like, it's a business proposition. So I'm pretty sure that she'll respond to anything that has to do with potential money making. So I'll just put it in those terms and leave it with him and give him I'll give him a gold piece too to make sure he gets it to her directly.
Okay, so you remove a gold piece from your coin.
Yeah.
He nods. What do you guys do?
Well, we still need to figure out how it is, even if we do get this meeting set up, that we're going to get him away from his guards, whether that's finding some way to make him look like he's dead or whatever. Because I imagine just kidnapping him from amidst his guards isn't really an option.
I feel like I should have killed him right then and there.
Oh, you didn't really know, so...
It's also one of those things that would happen. No big of a deal.
Well, I feel like that it was a good thing to keep him alive because we've been all over the place with this issue with these people digging caves and enslaving people, so we need to know how far it goes.
Yeah.
So this is a blessing in disguise. So let's try to... Maybe we can get some information from people. Do any of the names sound familiar to you? Maybe we can, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, bump into people and be like, oh, wow, that Robert Magnus, he's quite the guy.
Morgana, none of the names are familiar to you. You have not met any of the people in the list, unfortunately.
No, were you able to read the names so that we could ask about them?
I mean, I remember some of the locations because they were places we've been.
Yeah, one of the places was Dragosha, from where you guys came from, technically.
One of the places where?
Dragosha.
Was on the...
Okay.
It was the city where you guys came from.
Yeah.
So are there any such poisons that would slow his heart rate to the point that anybody would think he was dead?
Well, can I roll an intelligence check?
About what?
Medicine.
What?
I have an intelligence of 18, so...
What are you rolling for, Nar?
I'm trying to figure out if there's any poisons I might know of that might slow his heart down just enough to make everybody think he's dead, but he's
okay, roll medicine.
Oh, medicine. I think Dorella's actually proficient in medicine.
I don't have any wisdom modifier for this, so it's 19 flat.
Right. In terms of poison, basically there isn't. Most of the poisons that you know technically kill people or make them unconscious, but not look dead.
Yeah, I just kind of relay that message. It's like, well, I know of some that'll kill, and I know some that'll knock out, but not any that will bring you to the brink of death, but not actually then to death.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not really proficient in poisons, but decapitation. I am good at decapitation.
I don't think we're going to get very many answers from him if his head is no longer attached to his body.
Well, if we have the right necromancy spell, we will, but that's kind of street
How many questions would that get us, though?
3 to 5, depending.
Yeah.
And also, it's usually yes and no answers, so it's...
And it's kind of hard to answer without a head, even if you are dead. What are you going to say?
Well, we just blow air into the hole in the neck, and he's able to talk through the head.
That's a little gross.
Somehow I don't want to do that.
I'm not going to use my mouth. I'm talking about with a pump or something, like you would for a...
Get one of those bellows for the fireplace.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Now
It's a head on a bellows.
Well, I do have Ray of Sickness as one of my spells, but it's not
Maybe
one
he
that
gets deathly ill and somebody poses as a...
Doctor.
Because I have a 60-foot... It's got a 60-foot range, so we could set something like that up. Because I also have lesser restoration, so I can clean up whatever I mess up.
That's fair.
I do also have the heals.
You do
Yeah,
have heals.
that's true. But lesser restoration, though, I touch the creature and can end a disease or condition afflicting it. So it can
He
be
doesn't need
blinded,
to know
deaf,
that
and
you also
paralyzed or poisoned. So I
need-
can literally stop casting and say, "Oh, I'm healing you with
Nice.
my spell."
It would cure the poison, Sheena, it would cure the poison, but it would not revert the damage that you inflicted with that poison. So
Yeah, just...
One more time, I didn't hear you.
That its effect.
So
Is what?
basically, it doesn't revert back the poison, that the damage that the poison that you have done. It does remove the poison effect, but the damage that it has been done to the body through the poison will not
Just
be.
done.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So technically, if you applied what you call alcohol to a burned skin, basically. It's not gonna revert back the burned skin. So technically,
What, the lesser restoration?
yeah. So technically, if whatever the damage is, it's not gonna heal him back if he dies from poison.
It says you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. It ends it.
Yeah, it ends.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It ends it, but whatever damage is done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I understood that right. Okay.
So what if I just make him really, really uncomfortable? You know, these blood curses, they only do damage if you actually attack. So,
So just gonna make him nice and bloated.
yes.
Or can't we just literally give him something that will make his tummy ache?
Well, that's a list.
Make him feel like he's about to die?
I imagine a blood curse of bloated agony would be quite good at that.
Yeah, you're right. It's just I don't know if he'll attack us.
If he doesn't see me casting it, I don't
Okay.
think that's really going to be an issue.
Okay, all right.
He's just going to get really bloated and really uncomfortable, and his guards are going to be quite appalled at how he looks.
Right.
Like, hold up, he might be contagious.
Right.
It's not gonna make him bloated. Unfortunately, Vendette, it's not gonna make him bloated. So
Why
yeah,
not?
because it doesn't say here that it makes the creature bloated. So unless it does say that, it will do that. But if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay.
It says that it has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks and suffers 1d8 necrotic damage if it takes one or more melee attacks on its turn. That's all it does, technically. It is currently 4 in the afternoon as you guys are discussing this, and still no sign of the Ruby of the Sea. What do you guys do?
Well, can't stick around this all day.
No.
Nope.
So it could also be one of those things that she just kind of set us up on a wild goose chase and wasn't really planning on honoring her deal. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just assume that this is a lost cause on that point, and maybe we'll wander around town and see if there's any more jobs.
Okay,
Because while we're in town before we get banned, we might as well figure out work.
where do you guys go?
Let's go
I'm
find
gonna
a
go to the
message
town
board.
square. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head to the town square. It's like a festival. There are what you call those hanging banners and banderitas around the town square. Basically, the floor itself is made of mossy bricks on the floor, and you do see what you call stores and shops around. The furniture, the architecture here is a bit Arabian, and basically, and has this what you call resort feel, basically. So yeah.
Okay. So Sheena wants to see if they maybe might have a flying carpet, since apparently I didn't get it last time.
Roll perception check.
Oh. Do I perceive any magic carpet?
Do-
Okay, so that would be that plus adding my modifier. Perception. So it's a 23.
you do not see anyone using a flying carpet other than you.
So not even place to sell anything? Because are there any little magic shops I can go in?
There is a magic shop, basically.
Okie dokes.
Well, let's go visit the magic stuff.
Yes, let's go to the magic shop.
Yes, Vendel Fane, we're gonna run
Okay,
it.
so you guys see this small greenish hut, basically, or what you call small greenish hut in the side of the stall. And a guy approaches you, basically, with what you call brown curly hair. and a beard, basically, and says, welcome to my shop. What can I do for you?
I'm hoping you might have some carpets of magical flying.
Unfortunately, I do not have carpets that could make you fly.
Do you happen to know of anyone around here who might have one?
Well, no, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate. What kinds of things do you have here that might interest us magic users?
Well, I have plenty of other things that you might like, depending of what you're trying to look for. I have some series of potions, an interesting series of rings. I have some few weapons. I do have some healing potions if you're looking for any.
Do you have daggers that when you throw them, they come back to you, like boomerang daggers?
No, unfortunately, I do not have that.
Second strike. Do you guys know of any, this is just me asking, that might increase my AC a little bit, but not be encumbered?
Your character wouldn't know that, basically.
Huh?
Their characters wouldn't know that if you ask them. So yeah. You can ask the seller, basically. If he has things that could, potentially help you with something.
Alright, so, are there any potions that you might have that could increase, someone's strength or shield defenses, strength
Actually,
or defenses?
I might have something that you might enjoy. And he brings out this, he comes back and goes to a shelf. He grabs a vial, a glass jar vial, and shows you a jar that has this thick, bluish liquid that has a giant blue fingernail in it.
Oh my.
Well, that's interesting.
What could that possibly be?
If you want something that makes you powerful, this one. And he shakes the bottle. You see the liquid jiggles with the fingernail, this giant thick bluish fingernail in it. This is
What exactly are its properties? What does it do?
well. You said if you drink this for 1 hour, you will gain powerful strength.
Powerful strength?
Yeah, for 1 hour. It increases.
Snake oil to me.
Okay.
It makes you stronger for an hour.
How much
Okay.
stronger? Do you know?
Well, that depends if you drink it. And so, it's very interesting. You would not regret it.
How much does
Okay.
it cost?
It costs 3,600 gold pieces.
Yep.
No.
That sounds like regret.
Right?
There's a reason why
3,000 pieces for an hour of good time.
Oh, trust me, you're not gonna regret it the moment you drink this. If you're looking to be powerful, this would give you the strength.
Somehow I feel like my taste buds would regret it the second it hit it
Do
in
it
my
with two
mouth.
reps for an hour. That's all it does.
Yeah, and then I gotta pass that fingernail, so it's gotta come out somewhere. Look,
Right?
I'm probably
rainbow
pass
poo.
Well, do you have anything else that you're looking for?
Do you have any kind of magical items that could increase my defenses by wearing it? Like special magical clothing that wouldn't encumber me?
I do have armor, but depending of I do have I actually might have
I'm a
this.
big girl. I'm a dragonborn. It can't be regular armor.
Technically they will if it's magical they will adjust to your size basically.
Right. If it's magical. Yeah.
He does bring out this beautiful cloak that has this yellow shimmer into it. This gray cloak with a gold trim.
Oh.
This cloak will give you protection. If you're looking to increase your defenses when you're being attacked, it would prevent people from hurting you.
Oh.
What's its
That
armor class?
sounds really interesting. I'm enamored so far. How much protection is it going to give me?
Technically he doesn't know, but he's gonna say as much as you need. It's not.
So can I use a spell slot and use identify?
He's not gonna let you identify it because obviously he's he's not gonna let you identify it because technically if it reveals too much, he's gonna get out of business.
He's going to go out of business?
Yeah, because technically the magical items is what makes it unique. So if he's selling, you can.
It's unique. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How much are you asking for this green cloak of no name?
5,000 gold pieces.
Oh, snap. Do I have to be attuned to it, or will it automatically defend me?
You don't know. You have to try it on.
Oh.
Can she try it on?
Can I try it on?
Just to wear it for 8 hours
see?
before
Yeah.
it tunes, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna make you wear it unless you buy it.
No. Mm-mm.
I think he's ripping us off.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah. Because I feel like
Are you saying it? Are you saying that out loud?
if you really want our business,
I did. I said out loud,
Okay.
I think you're a con man and a charlatan.
I'm telling you, I'm just a fair seller here. I'm not tricking you. The reason my prices are reasonable and the reason why those are the prices is because they're very powerful. So it's up
can
to
I
you.
perceive if he's lying? Can I see if he's lying?
Do insight. Roll an insight check.
Okay. Insight. What's my insight modifier? Insight is what? Wisdom. That's a 14.
He appears to be telling the truth, as far as you know.
I think that I want to like this. Is this the only magic shop around?
Currently, this is the only thing that you see.
It's the only one. I want to keep walking around and see if I might find another magic shop. So I'm gonna.
As you try to perceive one, you do not see any more.
Oh.
You just see a general store that sells adventuring gear, but not magical. You also see a blacksmith, so that's one.
How's about I cover half the cost and then you won't be out too horribly much?
Well, the thing is, I mean, I have the money to spend, but I don't know if he's like legit. That's the only thing.
If nothing else, you can always sell it back to him.
I'm telling
That's
you,
true.
this is definitely magical. I am not.
It's magical, and if it doesn't work the way that you say it works,
Oh, trust
what
me,
kind of-
it's gonna work, and it's gonna work
yeah,
better.
let's say that it doesn't. Let's pretend like it doesn't. Will I get my money back?
I guarantee you, it works. You have my
Okay,
word.
if you give me 100% guarantee.
Yes.
It's going to turn you into a raisin.
But what an amazing raisin I would look like, because it'd be bigger than the average raisin.
Yes.
All right, so I'll go ahead and I'll buy the cape for 5,000 gold pieces. Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna hate myself.
I mean, technically, you have 40,000 gold pieces.
I have 1,000 platinum pieces, 53,232 gold pieces, 70
Yeah.
silver pieces, and 11 copper pieces.
Yeah,
I
you-
got the money, but I know
You
we're
have a
gonna need
lot.
to buy something big at some point. Like next time y'all go on a ship, we're gonna buy the sucker and hire a crew and then go. So then we-
What cloak are you currently wearing? What you call Sheena?
What am I wearing?
Yeah, the cloak that you're currently wearing.
I feel like that's being very scandalous, though.
No. Are you wearing any magical cloak currently before you wear this?
No, I'm not. I just had, because I had given, didn't I give the cloak to, oh gosh, what was his name? He left? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Cloak?
Oh, the cloak you gave to, he gave
What's
it to
his name?
Verone.
Oh.
Verone left.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, got it. So
Right.
good to know. Yeah, you're not wearing it. All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
how
I
how many
lost it.
items? How many items are you currently attuned right now?
I have the ring of Featherfall,
Mm-hmm.
the my wand of the War Mage, and
That's 2.
the ring of distance.
Okay, that's 3. So technically, in order to attune to this, you have to remove 1 item from those.
So
3.
I have to attune to it.
Yeah, yeah. And also remove 5,000 gold pieces as you.
Yeah, I have to. Well, that's what I was getting ready to do
Okay.
first.
But if you have to attune to it, we know it's legit. Attune to a cloak that doesn't do anything.
Okay, so let me do the math here because
Also, 1,000 platinum is 10 gold each. 1 platinum is 10 gold each. So keep that in mind.
100. I thought it was 100 gold.
No, it's 10 gold. It's increments of
Oh.
10. So
Oh,
one
okay.
platinum is 10 gold. It's always increments
Okay.
of 10.
Yep.
232.
What about the
I
rest of
still
you?
have 10.
Are you guys buying things? You do see a lot of things. You see armors. One of which is a bluish armor that has embedded fish and seals in them. You see a scale mail, watering, what you call a cap, a cape that has mountains embedded in it, or mountains that has what you call a cape that has what you call mountains drawn on its back. You see a jar that has a capsule in it. You see a pair of gloves. You also see different types of vials of potions, some of which look like the regular healing kind. Others look like different colors. One has this rocky substance. The other one has what you call a rainbow color into it. You see the bluish with the toenail in it. You also see what you call a potion a vial that has smoke coming out of it.
Oh.
You see a cloak that has this silver color that shapes like that looks like what you call some sort of eel or a sea creature. There are different rings. You see a ring that has an amulet of water drop, a ring that has a bull amulet, a ring that has a fire amulet in it, a ring that has what you call a blue and a green gem attached to it. You also see what appears to be the main attraction on this is in a glass, what you call glass case, is a giant harpoon gun.
Oh.
Oh, fun.
Interesting.
What are all these
Um,
capes? Let's go look.
What's that smoking vial?
Ah,
That
well,
looks interesting.
well, let's say that this smoking vial can potentially, once you drink it, could potentially give you the power to breathe underwater or blow a gust of wind by your breath.
Oh, I can do that on my own. Sometimes at the same time.
He
You know, I
looks
never
disappointed.
But
Fine.
the gloves that I was given back in the first or second session that we did, do those have to be attuned?
The ones that makes walls transparent?
Yes.
It's not attunement.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it doesn't say it's attunement. So technically, you can just wear them; it would automatically work. But in
Is
order,
that
but in order for them to work, they have to be worn both.
right? But what were they called? Gloves of what?
Gloves. I think it's in the group. Let me check. One moment. Okay, it's called the gloves of something. Where is it?
But I was just wondering if that's
gloves-
a homebrew item.
Yeah,
'cause
that.
I'm not finding
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's a homebrew item. So it's a gloves of
Okay.
visible surfaces. Do
Okay.
you want me to copy it for you again? In chat?
No, I remember what it does. I just couldn't find it in the
Yeah.
add items section.
Yeah, it's
But
not.
that's because it's a
it-
homebrew thing.
Yeah, it's a homebrew thing.
Okay. That's all I was wondering.
Yeah.
So can we ask the provider if he has the oil of Taggart?
Sorry? What's that, Darella?
The proprietor if he has any oil of Taggart?
Oil of.
Taggart. Taggit.
If you ask him, he doesn't. He says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't have that, unfortunately." I do have these, and he shows you what you call this rainbow potion. This one might be perfect for you if you're what you call if you're adventuring to the woods.
What does it do?
Well, if you drink this potion, it will give you a chance to interact with different animals, making them more friendlier to you.
Okay. The oil of Taggart doesn't do that.
Well,
I mean, animals are pretty friendly to me.
Yep. And I don't have enough money for any of this stuff here, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Poison that renders someone unconscious.
well, depends on what you're looking for. What items are currently looking for, other than making protection, being strong.
Potion that will render an enemy unconscious.
A potion. Well, the only way to do that is to kill them. And he points at the harpoon gun. Maybe that will do the trick.
Do you have any scrolls that would put someone to sleep?
Unfortunately, I do not have any scrolls at the moment.
So we
Okay.
need to find a rogue that knows about the oil of Taggart.
Unfortunately, I do not have the item you're currently looking. Will there be anything else?
Is there a rogue guild in town?
Sorry?
Is there a rogue guild in town?
A rope? Or a rogue?
A
What?
rogues guild.
A rogues guild, you do not see any. And plus, they would not be out in the open because they're rogues. So they're basically like,
Right.
yeah, that's what rogues
But
do.
as a
That's-
rogue, would we not?
you, you wouldn't hurt based on
Okay.
your past, basically.
Are there any schools of magic around that I might be able to visit, like their library or a library in general?
You do see a typical library, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't look like the magical variety.
Okay. I think I want to go to the library.
Okay.
Does he sell healing potions?
Yeah,
Oh,
he,
yeah.
He does. He approaches you, Darella, and says, "Well, if you want I don't have a potion that could render someone unconscious, but I might have a ring that could do that." He shows you this ring that has a bull's head amulet attached to it. This one, for a decent price, could potentially do the job.
What job would this do?
Yeah.
Well, it gives you the ability to attack that person, adding more force to your attacks when you're attacking a creature that is causing harm to your friends.
Oh, okay.
Well, we already got a barbarian.
You
Oh.
do already have a barbarian, and I come over and give her a big hug.
He just sighs. Okay.
I think I wanna go to the library. I just shared with you guys. I think I want to go to the library. Maybe the blacksmith. I'm not quite sure if I want to go to the blacksmith just yet, but the library for sure.
Is there any stores around that would sell the components I'm lacking for my new daggers?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I needed gem or like
if you're looking for components, those are basically you have to acquire them.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to acquire them. The people do not sell that because technically they're like rare gems or rare crystals that can only be found in the mountains.
Right, but you know, some people go out and find them and sell them, so I was just wondering if there was a dealer for special items.
Roll perception. If you're currently looking for
19.
19. Currently, you do not see any. You do see a blacksmith, but you're not sure if he sells the one you're looking for.
I can go ask.
We can check him out.
Okay, as you go ask, he says, no, unfortunately, he does not. And he would say that those metals are rare and hard to find.
I would like to purchase some more health potions, though.
Okay, so
you can never have too many health potions.
The guy that you visited before has 3 regular healing potions and a greater.
And how much are the greater?
The greater, one moment, is I believe 200 gold pieces. Yeah.
And the regular?
The regular is 50.
Okay, so I will buy them all and ask if anybody else if they need any.
Any what?
Health potions.
So
let's see.
So what you call vendette deduct 350 gold pieces.
Yep.
I still have a few.
And you get you acquire 3 regular healing potions and a greater healing potions. So that's guys out of stock with healing potions.
Okay. Yeah, I still got 3.
Still got a few, so I'm good.
I got some too.
Alright, well, I will just hold on to them till later then. Because now I have 10 regular and 3 greater.
Nice.
Alright.
Good job. Yes.
Are you sure you don't wanna buy the potion that makes you stronger? He wiggles the blue vial. You're not gonna regret it.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
And I just kind of walked forward and flexed my arms, and I said, "They don't need the potion that makes you stronger."
Oh, trust me, you're gonna need it.
I just kind of put motion towards the belt that I've got on. It's like I can easily just take this off and give it to one of them, and I'm guaranteeing it will probably do better than that thing.
He sighs. Well, were there be anything else?
I think we're good here.
Yep, I think we're good.
Okay,
good. Unless you have a belt of returning.
Nope, I do not have any belts currently.
Okay, thank you.
He nods. Okay, so currently by this time it is 6 in the evening. As you guys spend hours shopping. Sheena is in the library. It's a standard looking small library, nothing too fancy. Unlike the one that you visited in Dragosha.
Right.
It's like a small bookstore, technically.
Oh, okay. I love quaint little bookstores. You find some gems in there.
Oh wait, there's a bookstore? Bookstore. Okay.
Or it's library.
Yeah.
He's saying it's like a bookstore.
Oh,
it's just a small standard what you call civilian library, but smaller version of it compared to the one that you guys saw in Dragosha way back. All right, what do you guys do?
Well, I'm going to be looking up maps of the area, so I want to find maps
about
of this area.
Yeah, you do see the what you call the continent map and the city of and the map of Nicodranas.
I what was the last part? I did what?
You see two maps, basically, easily done. You find the
Okay.
map of the continent, the one that Nar has, and the map
Right.
of the city, which is the map of Nicodranas. And those are the maps that you only see.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at the map of Nicodranas,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see if so if things are being imported right there at the port, it must be coming in from the main area. So I kind of want to look and see if there are if there's also a source in the library that has like names of where people live, you know, like how a phone book will
No,
hear from
they wouldn't
addresses.
have that, unfortunately.
They don't have a way of okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Map of Nicodranas. Okay, well then I'm gonna just look for more stuff related to
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they wouldn't have magic things in there because it's
No.
just a regular
Yeah,
a regular-
it's just a regular library. You don't.
Okay.
The people here are pretty much civilians. You don't see mages or scholars even.
Can I find some history books of the area and kind of get an idea of what kind of magic history they have there?
Roll. I would say roll perception to see if you can see books, basically.
Okay, that would be perception. 16.
16. You do not see any. You do see what you call that. The city is divided into several districts. But other than that, the history is basically pretty much the what you call the history that you only find is pretty much the calamity, and that's it.
Oh, well that's not helpful. I'm trying to find my sheet that has the different things that we're supposed to be finding. That's why I'm like
What is it we're supposed to be finding?
to the rite of divine restoration has components that we need to find to help to
One thing.
get rid of the chain.
One moment. They don't. Morgana, Vendetta, and Darella doesn't know anything about the book.
Right.
Not
Okay.
That's
only-
why I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing that information with her.
Yeah.
So we have to have Takar's blood elixir, Gazen's scroll, Emperor Yurvan's sun ring, Cord's storm spear, Pit Fiend's horn, Artemidia's crystal heart, which apparently we just got, and then that's it, I think.
Yeah.
Is that all of it? Did I get all of it?
Do you show them the book, basically?
Yeah, I show you guys.
What do we need this for? What's the point at the end?
Because these people who are somehow funding these people, these what do you call it? The people symbol that I'm talking about that attacked my school and was taking kids and Lord knows doing what else to them.
So basically, this
Oh,
is.
the cultist.
Mhm. So basically, this is when Sheena shows you the book. You see this page, basically. She is intently looking at it.
So where are we supposed to acquire these other items? Do we not know? Is that why we're
Well, the
searching
Pit
for
Fiend's horn is in hell, so we know we gotta
Right.
go there.
or summon something up here?
Right. The Gezine's scroll is, I think, the only mystery one that
Mhm.
we haven't been told where exactly to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know most of which. You know the blood, blood elixir, the Takara's blood elixir.
That's in Draconia.
It's in Draconia, which is currently in Wildmount, which you guys are.
Right, exactly.
You also know from your books, Sheena, you know that the Emperor Urban's sun ring is found in the desert in in a place called one moment. In a place called Marquette, which is
Okay.
which is located several about 3 to 4,000 miles from where you guys are.
Right, I remember that one being a little further away.
You know the Cord Storm Spear. You know that Nar
That's in
is
Vasselheim.
yeah, Nar is very verbal about his god, which is Cord, the god of thunder and what you call strength and war. And there is a temple there that might give you information about the Cord in Vasselheim. There's the horn and of course the heart.
And this is
Okay.
for revenge against the cultists?
Because
Not exactly.
yeah, it's more like to prevent a god from being risen from
Oh,
the nine
right.
pits of hell.
The outer gods. One of
Oh.
the trigger gods.
Yeah, I don't think we really want him roaming around.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the lore of the Chained Oblivion?
Morgarana, Darella, and what you call Ventate, roll religion check. And add your religion modifier. Roll a d20, add your religion modifier.
12.
What?
12.
12. Nope, you haven't heard. Sorry?
22.
No.
Darella, what have you heard? What did you roll?
19.
19. Unfortunately, you've heard of it. One point mentioned by your mother at some point, but that's it. Bendelte, your mentor, also mentioned this name. You've heard when you were being trained, you heard him talking to a person. And the name, the Chain Oblivion was mentioned a few times, but that's all you know.
Okay.
Well, I'll reveal what I know about the Chained Oblivion.
Okay, so as Nor revealed it, you would guys know that the Chain Oblivion is a demonic god. It's an evil god and the god of darkness and corruption, and was later vanquished during the war about more than 4,000 years ago, or more than 700 years ago. Sorry, and it took two gods to defeat it, basically. One of which was the goddess of knowledge herself, Ayun. The spelling is Ioun, and she took a beating, basically. She was wounded during the war, and that she is currently still healing from, basically.
Okay.
So that's what you have gathered.
Interesting.
Oh, goodness. Here I'm thinking I'm just going on a nice walkabout, learning the rest of the world before I return to maybe rule my tribe, since it doesn't look like we're going to find my sister.
And
And
turns out we're
here
trying to save
we're-
the world instead.
Here's the
Not
thing
to
about that.
stop a dark god.
Well, here's the thing, Morgarana. The reason why I am definitely going along with this task is because I want to rebuild my clan. And I figured if we'd have vanquished a god, then that definitely puts us in definitely war chief or chiefess status. Because let's face it, to face a god and live definitely holds clout.
I
That
would
it
imagine.
does.
So your family would be very strong for a number of generations, just having known vanquished the Chained Oblivion. So it's more along the lines of, not only are we doing this for the benefit of this plane of existence, we're also, in a very somewhat selfish manner, raising our own names to make sure that we have a future ourselves. So ultimately, it's just a win-win.
Unless we lose.
Well-
I would like to stop back in the magic shop before we go anywhere else and see if he's got any invisibility potions.
As you ask him that, he does not.
He goes, says, no, but I have the strength potion that does a plus 22 to your strength.
Yeah.
Would you really
Strength
like
is not going to help me be more stealthy.
Would you like the strength potion for
You will have the
35,000?
strength to poke their eyes out, and therefore you will be so invisible.
You will be strongest there ever was.
For an hour, and then it's
For an
over.
hour.
Right,
With
right.
And their eyes grow back.
And your breasts go
Oh, by
back.
the way, how's your beard?
Roll a
Beautiful as ever.
What you call a D20?
Okay. 3.
3. You don't see any beard.
Oh,
Okay.
well done.
To be fair, like furbolgs have a very plush, like skin, so it's kind of like a little bit of fur. So
They're velvety.
they're velvety. That's a good word, velvety.
Oh, I think that Sheena would be mindlessly petting you.
That's why she's that skin color, because she does have like the same like furry. She kind of looks like one of the Jim Henson creations from back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Kind of velvety.
Interesting. Right. That is, wow.
Because Fearbolgs, they are like outer fae almost, but they're giants. So it's kind of neat because it's like they don't look like they're plush from a distance, but when you come close, it's like, oh, that's just like a layer of velvet.
So the library is about to close. It is currently 7 in the evening.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
So,
All right. They kick us out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do that. And
Anybody want to stop by a bar? Maybe we can hear some of the local gossip.
I like it.
Right.
Have ourselves a drink.
Okay, you guys go to a tavern. Easily done.
All right.
So yeah,
See
go
what the
ahead.
local conversation is.
Yes. I go to a local bar and I order up a round of their hardest whiskey.
Okay, 5 copper. Remove 5 copper.
Okay.
It's not the best drink. It tastes like shoe polish, basically.
Oh, Sheena's going to use prestidigitation, and she's going to make it taste real good.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's how that spell works.
Yes, I can sour or flavor.
Yep. That's
Drinks
actually
and
part of it.
food.
Oh, okay, then easily done.
So if she wants it to smell like a bag of farts, she can make it big smell like a bag of farts.
That's why that one lady, when I soured her wine, she
But it's like, 'cause basically what she did was like, hey, your super awesome wine now tastes like apple cider vinegar that someone peed in.
Okay, easily enough. Yeah, you can do that if that's the case. Yeah.
So yeah.
So, do we need to roll perception to see what we hear from the people?
I would say yeah. Roll who's rolling perception? I'm gonna make it.
I can.
I'll roll
Okay.
perception.
Okay, so both of you, roll perception.
Okay.
I hope you do
Nat
better
20.
than
Oh, not
that.
20.
Okay.
Margarana?
Ooh.
I got a 14.
14. It's too noisy for you, Margarana. Vendete, on the other hand, with your keen hearing, you managed to hear that whatever happened back at the place that you visited the other night is starting, the news about it is spreading that someone attempted to murder what appears to be a noble.
They got it all wrong. We weren't murdering anybody yet.
But that's what you hear, and that the city guard is currently on high alert.
Man.
Oh boy.
Now I know exactly what to do.
Should we join the city guard?
So what was the fat merchant lord's name?
Nicholson.
Yes, so I'm just going to start like passing around little whispers of Nicholson's displeasure and attempted assassination. So
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Because
Everybody loves a good bit of gossip.
we don't like the fat boy that is now just kind of. I basically when I look at his picture, it kind of reminds me of what Slimer from the Ghostbusters probably was. It's just kind of like eats the same way. So.
All right. So what do you guys do?
Well,
I said we try to become some of his personal guards.
Well, I mean, I could definitely. Well, but hey, you know what? That's a fantastic idea.
He's gonna be hiring new guards. He's scared.
Because
We lost
he's
a couple.
on high alert. We tried to go there for guard tryouts last time, so we've already got a backstory.
Right.
So which means that I could go back and be like, where there was an assassination attempt, and my name is Baron Von Beef Dip, and I am the best guard.
So do we want to go back in the morning after we've slept again and try it again? Because obviously they're not going to let us in at night.
I feel like if we try to stealth our way in, we might be able to have a higher...
Yeah, but he's already got
possible-
it on high alert because someone tried to assassinate him.
Right, I'm thinking as a way to get in as his guard. Like, look how vulnerable you are. We were able to get through. You should hire us.
No, because then he might think that, it's just a bunch of people trying to get me to hire them. Nobody's actually trying to kill me. I don't need new guards.
Nah, I don't think he would think that, not after finding a poisonous snake in his room.
Yeah, I mean, right at this point, he's probably looking under the bed and having someone fluff his curtains and, check his shorts before he goes to bed.
Medieval version of an exterminator for any...
Hey, man, they actually.
I say we try to just get hired on, and if he
I think
says
that's
no,
great.
then we sneak in and say, "See, your guards are stupid."
And then he instantly makes you and just like it's you're the one with the snake thing. And
Or
I
if it's
am
possible, maybe next time he's out, we can do like a potential assassination, then we come in and save him.
I mean, if we could always hope that the one that might have caught a glimpse of me got fired because he couldn't catch me.
Yeah,
Or-
that's true.
no.
Because we can use alter self, and we could be like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you," and then one of our group, like Nar, or somebody, can be like,
Maybe I should dye my hair.
You for money.
yeah, save him, like pick him up and run or whatever it is, and be like, "All right, you owe me a favor."
Well,
It's
Nar-
better when those guys owe you something than to. So if they already have an obligation towards you, I feel like it would tilt the scale in our favor a little bit better.
Who has the highest passive perception?
I have...
I have a 13.
I think I'm 15.
I have a 16.
16?
That's you.
Okay, so Vendete, you see a familiar figure amongst the crowd in the tavern. You see the hooded figure again, drinking. And
Oh, we're being followed.
and this person appears to be from time to time you would see that this figure appears to be glancing at you guys from time to time while sipping this person's drink.
Okay.
So how's about I just walk up to her and ask her,
Okay.
"What's
it's up
up?"
to you. Do you approach her?
Yes.
As soon as you approach her,
After I tell my friends that we're being followed.
Okay. As soon as as soon as she notices you looking at this person, this person stands up and leaves the tavern.
Let's follow.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. You guys are you guys following this person? All of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you guys following her stealthily or are you
Oh
based?
fuck no.
I'm on my
No.
carpet.
Nah, we'll just follow.
Yeah,
they're
I
being
mean, yeah,
stealthy, but I'm-
Yeah, I mean, Sheena,
I'm
he
being
would still,
obvious.
if you're flying behind her with the carpet, he would notice, that person would notice you. Because, yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay if he notices me.
So are you guys not stealthing then?
I
They
am...
can if
I'll
they
be
want to.
stealthy,
So,
just
so
because.
here's what I'm doing. I go ahead and tell everybody before we leave, it's like, I'm going to be loud and obnoxious so that I'm misleading. You guys try to be stealthy. And I'm just
Well, I
going to
can
go ahead.
cast mold earth in front of him and make the terrain
Uh,
difficult for him.
I would say he's far enough. This person is far enough from you guys. So he's about, I would say, 80 to 100 feet. As you're,
80 to 100
Yeah, but the flying
Yeah.
carpet
He-
with just
he-
me on it.
this person is currently dashing.
So that wasn't
Then we'd be
stealthy at all.
even.
They just ran away.
Yeah. At first he just stands up and then leaves as soon as
But he bolts as soon as
Yeah.
he gets out the door.
This is the
Yeah.
problem that we're looking for, because if they were 100 feet away, they straight up ran out the tavern.
Oh snap!
Right.
I've been made.
It was like, nope, and just starts running.
you get the sense that this person knows that he or she was noticed, and knew that if he or she stayed there, that she would be overrun. So
Alright, so I'm gonna send Kohaku following,
okay,
just so we can't lose
good
track.
idea.
Because an eye from the sky is a lot better than we can do on the ground in the dark.
okay. So roll perception for Kohaku, and with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
So roll a d20 plus 2 with disadvantage. Because it's in the dark.
15.
15. One moment. The Kohaku loses sight of the figure.
Oh, that's dumb. Alright, so we need to be more vigilant if this person is tracking us every time we stop for a drink.
Yeah.
Because this is what, the third or fourth time we've seen them?
I just kind of lean in and whisper to Sheena, it's like, it's because they find you super attractive and don't know how to ask you out.
That is certainly not how most people see me. But there are more Dragonborns here, so that very well could be. Who knows?
I have
The
heard.
interspecies thing here, I feel like there's potential. I
That's
think
fair.
my horizons have expanded here.
It is
Probably,
currently
most likely.
8 in the evening. What do you guys do? Do you guys sleep in the tavern again?
Can we have a road? Can we track the footsteps?
No. There are no tracks because they're rocks. They're not dirt. So the floor here are made of cobblestone.
Cobblestone.
So it does not leave any tracks.
We're going to go ahead and,
And there's a lot of foot traffic, so technically...
well,
Yeah.
first off, I'm going to go ahead and track down that cat, because I just heard a very, very angry cat.
Yeah, you see a cat in the corner of one of the alleyways.
That cat was very angry.
We don't want any Chinese now, come on.
No, right.
Oh, I'm not going to be
Chinese food.
What do you guys do? It is 8 in the evening.
Long rest, I guess? Unless
yeah.
anybody has a better idea?
Where do you guys
I mean,
long
we
rest?
can go to another tavern and maybe be like, wow, that Ruby of the Sea, she's amazing, and maybe we can get information on where she is, maybe?
Is her guard back since we've been gone all day?
No,
Oh,
you
yeah, we
haven't...
could go check.
Oh yeah, you could go back and check.
Yeah.
go back, check, and see if the guard's there now.
As you guys go
Doesn't
back,
she have
the
a couple of
establishment
those?
is currently
You know?
closed.
Oh,
Okay.
they closed early.
I take said cat that we found and throw it up onto the balcony.
It scratches you, Nar, and then leaves and hops down.
So it's closed, like, and the lights are out, like people left, or they just closed, like there's...
You're
there's
not sure.
people- They're closed for the evening.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's try to
Oh,
find
what
somewhere to
time was
sleep.
our showing last time?
I found another cat.
Yeah.
Every time you try to approach the cat runs away from you now.
I'm just going to keep finding these cats, and I'm just going to keep
Yeah.
chucking up onto the balcony.
Alright, so we
I'm
finding
finding
somewhere to
my way in.
sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find somewhere to
Okay,
sleep.
I would say you guys
Yeah.
find a standard tavern, and for 1 silver, for 1 room, for 5 silver for all of you, you guys get a room. So who's paying?
I will splurge on the group. I spend 5 silver.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
So
that,
the
Does
rest-
this tavern have drinks?
What?
Does this tavern have drinks?
yeah.
All taverns have drinks. It's just a matter if they're good.
Yeah, they're not. They taste like shoe polish.
Awesome.
Delicious.
So this is not the typical...
Prestidigitation. Here we go, guys. I'll flavor it up for you.
Anybody
You want-
down for another round of shoe polish?
Right.
shots.
So the next day arrives, as you guys currently here for 3 days. What do you guys do?
Well, Nar wakes up and decides, you know what? I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to hire a call girl,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'm going to use her as my personal guide around the city.
Okay.
Because we don't know anything about the city, and I figured that the prostitute probably knows more about the city than I do.
Yeah, and maybe she might know some, some of those patrons' loose lips when they're in certain situations.
Yeah, I didn't know where that conversation
That's
was
right.
going for a second. So anyway, so that's what Nar does. He comes up and he goes to somebody who's very clearly a prostitute.
Roll perception.
Perception check. Everyone's a prostitute. Let's see. No, I rolled 22.
Apparently you do not see any prostitutes. At least
Not
not
any
not that look like any prostitutes.
They don't look like prostitutes. Okay.
Yeah. So you're not sure if
We could go up and ask
You
people
probably
if they are.
should ask them if
you
they're
could technically
prostitutes.
ask every girl in the city. Are you a prostitute? No. Are you a prostitute?
Oh no, ours is asexual. So everybody is a prostitute.
So all 4 of you are just standing there while you look at Nar
So
standing.
Nar is just going around asking man and woman. It's like, excuse me.
He
Are
was
you
leaving
for-
the situation because he's embarrassing her. So she's gonna go. She's gonna go to the port and see if she might be able to spy any ships that are being rid of these very delicate gems.
You wouldn't know unless you go to the ship.
Nar is being
Yeah, that's why I'm going. I'm going to the port.
Yeah, you go to the port. There's a lot of ships, but you do not see anything that has this.
There's
gem.
nobody on the ships. Or anything.
There are people carrying cargo, but you're not sure.
It's at night. They're carrying cargo. That's suspicious. I'm keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Okay.
So after asking 4 people about prostitutes, do any of them actually give me a lead about prostitutes?
No. They think you're a creep for the most part. One of them calls a guard and says, "This guy just asked me if I was a prostitute. Can you arrest him?" And the guard just approaches you and says to back off. And if you harass another girl, they would arrest you.
Girls, I was harassing guys too, man. I'm equal opportunity.
And guys as well.
So anyway, then I asked the guard. It's like, so I was wondering, are people of the night allowed in this city, or is it just like prostitute-free port?
Sir,
Because
I would highly advise not to do that again, or I will have to bring you in.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to find someone that will actually lead me around town. Are you for hire?
He glares
No,
at you.
I did not ask if you were a prostitute. I asked if you would lead me around town. My thoughts were to find somebody that knows their way around town, and I figured no better way than somebody that.
He looks at the rest of you guys. Is this with you guys?
Barely.
Most of the time.
Barely.
Put him on the
From
leash.
time to time, yes.
Put him on a leash. And he walks
I
away.
don't think he'd like that very much. He might
Wouldn't
bite.
it be even weirder if a guy on a leash is asking people if they're prostitutes?
Well, I'll wear some assless chaps and just have a ball gag too.
So where do you guys go? You also you still have to meet with the enchantress at Emon, basically.
We do need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot.
Yep.
Interest in a mon.
Did I get anywhere with the crew guy?
Nope.
I rolled a 13 on persuasion.
Persuasion.
Hey,
they just tell you to back off so that they can do their work.
Wow, like nobody's.
Are you
nobody's
saying
helpful
that this
now.
is a job for a man? I can do it too. I can lift up to 400 pounds. How about you, buddy?
So what do you
That was
guys do? You also know that Sheena, Draconia is also in Wildmount, so it's up to you if you want to go there or follow the party.
We could go to the remains of
It's just
Draconia.
gonna take you days, basically.
Yep.
It's gonna take you a
So,
week to
I
go
mean,
there and another week
pretty
to
much-
come back.
I think pretty much like our plan should be before leaving town to try to do bodyguard work for Sir Creeps a lot, and
Well, it
Yeah.
is daytime. Let's go ask for a job.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're for a job now.
Is Sheena back with us yet? Or are we go? I need to
I'm
like.
gonna go find them. I share my story.
I'm
tried.
thinking I need to change the color of my hair before we go in case said guard happens to be present.
That's
Okay.
a good idea.
There's
How are you gonna do that, Vendote?
Okay, so now
Find
let
a
everybody
shop
in.
that sells dyes.
Yeah, I
You
mean-
do not see
Like what they
anyone
use-
that sells
There's
that.
no
Well, we're
tailor
gonna go to
shops
a-
for dyeing clothes.
There
or
are
anything
there
like
are
that.
clothes, but not hair dye, basically.
So
Okay, can I go find some plants of good color that could change my hair color or something? I don't even care if it's purple.
Okay, Rob.
That'd be
I would
awesome.
say you're in the city, so you wouldn't see too much plants in here.
So what if I go outside the city walls? Is there lots of grass around outside the city walls?
There are grass. Look for perception.
Plus 6. So 19?
19. You just see coconut trees, basically.
Coconut trees.
But that's it.
okay, so let's send everybody on his plan now. It's like, don't worry, I had actually a plan for why I was doing what I was doing. So the thing I've noticed, number one, is that as you probably noticed, the crime rate around here is pretty low considering everything that's been going on. So which means that there's actually a very strong presence of the guards around. So doing anything very wrong like I was just doing will bring down the hammer eventually. So that was number one observation. Number two observation. Nobody is forthcoming and willing to help out, so which means that this town's got some secrets. Because I couldn't actually get anybody to accept money just to walk around and talk. So
Plus, they
Mind you,
would for a guy who likes to ask if you are a prostitute. Most likely, people would not walk with you.
well, that was his original plan with the process.
People will think you're a weirdo and a creep.
But that was also the point, was that I'm going to go around and see how long I can stir up trouble before I'm actually approached by a guard.
Yeah.
So it took, what, 4 or 5 people before someone actually called a guard?
Yeah.
So
more
That tells you that there's some layaway. So if we're going to do something shady, we've got a little bit of wiggle room. So don't worry, I wasn't just being an asshole. Promise.
Well, I think that we should figure out what where the Ruby of the Sea went, because they shut down, and that, you know, they make a lot of money off of her. So if she's with a client, even, I feel like that place is losing a lot of business. So it must be, maybe it's being funded differently, and she's just,
I mean, it's one
Maybe
of those
something
things
bad
where-
happened to her.
yeah,
Well,
something
maybe-
bad could happen.
That's a possibility. I'm also going to say that she's a well-known courtesan, so I mean, it could be one of those things that a lord just went ahead and paid her off for the week, and they're walking around a vineyard right now drinking wine and laughing about nothing. So,
It's true.
I mean, it's one of those things that if someone drops about like 4,000 platinum into her lap. She's just gonna be like, oh, silly me, I'm yours for the week. So, I mean, she makes her money. She's well known enough that a lot of lords are baying at her door to be more permanent. And I mean, she doesn't want to be held down. I respect that. But first things first, let's go ahead and find out if Creeper is hiring or if he's like too scared to do anything right now. Because he clearly just lost a guard last night. So
2 of them, actually.
good on, yeah.
So where do you guys go?
We're gonna go to the manor to find.
There's a decent number of redheads in town, right? So if he only caught a glimpse of me, that wouldn't be a telling factor, right?
You don't know. You don't know.
He only saw the back of you, right? You didn't see your face?
Maybe for half a second, not enough to really get a look.
You
Well,
don't-
this is what Nar's going to go ahead and do.
Well, if your hair is long, maybe cut it.
Okay, so
You shave your head.
here's what we've established. That they know that you might be a redhead, right?
Right.
So, not to be forward, but if I shave my head, make a braid out of it, and wave it into your hair so that your hair color is different, would that upset you?
Are you offering to just shave your head because you can, or...
Yeah, I mean, it's going to grow back, but I also want to make sure we get this job. And if I look different enough from that, I mean, I stand out in a crowd. But it's also one of those things that I had black hair last night. So if I just crew cut it real short, it's different length, I will look a little bit different.
And so would I.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts.
We could do that. I'd be okay with it.
I also appreciate that there are racial differences, so I was not going to be forward. But if you are not concerned...
Don't worry, I'm not afraid of your cooties.
You understood what I was getting at.
What do you guys do?
So I go ahead and I take one of her daggers and I lop off my hair. One clean cut.
Okay.
And I take that hair that I knotted off at the end so it wouldn't lose it. And I take and I say, all right, now whoever has the most experience with disguises should probably help us out. And I kind of motion over to Sheena. It's like, could you weave this into her hair?
I can use... I do have mending, even though it's not...
Mending is not gonna work. Mending is
okay.
Mending is for
Then I'll just-
materials, basically, not for
Well, then
hair.
I'll yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wasn't sure it would, but yeah, I'll just do it manually and just kind of...
Yeah, easily done. You guys braid. You spent an hour braiding Vendetti's hair.
Yep.
My
So-
hair's so pretty.
So our hair is red and black.
Yes.
And it's braided up into a little ponytail thing, so it looks like it's just, that's the color.
Awesome.
So I'm like, there you go, red and black. So,
I give her a couple braids, you know,
Yeah.
make her
Yeah.
look awesome.
make it look authentic, and I just kind of rub
Makeover.
I rub over.
So what do you guys do?
We're gonna go find a job.
We go to the manor.
What
And,
manor? The one where the guy...
Yes, with the guy.
Okay, as soon as you approach this, there are a lot of city guards. And you start to hear a guard talking to what appears to be a captain looking...
Capitan.
And you hear him say, well, a few nights ago, I did see 5 figures cowering in the back door of this place. I asked them what they want, and they said that they were looking for a job. It's quite weird. Suddenly, there's 5 figures sneaking at the back of this building, and then suddenly 2 guards end up dead. We might have to find them once we see them. Maybe they know what's up. Who knows? Maybe they even did it.
Oh boy.
Well, at least 2 of us look different, so they can't just say that's them.
Well, it was also nighttime, so if they're human,
Right.
they want night vision.
There aren't going to be a lot of fur bogs. I might need to change shape.
Did they see Furbolg, or did they?
Right? Didn't we have all
Where
three
it's
spells?
snake.
The guy has a the city guard that approached you has a lantern, basically. So he knows you very well. And from the looks of it...
And I was a furbog at that time.
Yeah, from the
Okay.
looks of it, the guy who's talking to the captain is the guy that saw you guys.
Okay.
So are you guys approaching or not?
I
know what?
will.
Yeah,
I'll approach by myself if no one wants to go.
no, I'm gonna go.
I'll go.
with Gina. I don't care.
I'm gonna hang back because I'm too distinctive, and me doing disguise
Okay.
self in the middle of the street is probably a bad move.
All right,
so-
who's
So
going?
maybe disguise yourself elsewhere and then come join us.
Who's going
Yeah.
and who's hiding? Who's going? Who's hiding?
Well, here's the thing. I tell her, I'm like, well, if we're the ones who did it, why would we come back?
There's
If we
that
thought-
too.
because
you
we
know what I
didn't
mean?
finish the job.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I would
What
be
I'm
like, yeah, we wouldn't take that risk. Come on, you're a noble. We know that you're going to be able to.
so who's
find people
who's going
that way.
and who's staying?
All right.
I'm
So I'm
going.
just gonna go,
Going.
and I'm just gonna be like, hey,
Okay.
here for the job.
How about Darella? Darella, are you staying with Morgarana?
Yeah, I'll stay with her.
Okay, so all three of you, Vendette, Sheena, and Nar, approach this group of guards who are currently surrounding this place and says, "Oh, I think that's them." And he points at Sheena and two figures.
And I just kind of look at like, who's them? What's them? We
You.
were actually coming back. We were coming
Yeah.
back. today
I'm like,
because
yeah, I'm here. I'm
we
here.
were-
Ta-da!
we heard that there might be work because there was an attack up here. We're
Yeah.
mercenaries.
And we tried getting a job beforehand, so you probably wouldn't have been attacked had we been here. So
The captain asked one of the guards guarding the place and says, "Are you guys looking for work?" No.
Yes.
I don't know how these people find this place in the first place. Nar, roll for deception check with disadvantage.
That's not a lie. I am looking for work.
Yeah, you are, but they're not looking for work. And you said that you guys are looking for work here.
Oh. So they're not looking to hire people. But
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I wasn't looking for work. I was asking for a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So roll
Yeah.
roll deception.
alright. So deception
Because clearly you're not looking for work. You're looking to spy on that guy.
21.
21. Okay, one moment. The captain looks at you and says, "How did you know about this place?"
How to know about this place? I mean, look at it. It's a big freaking fort on a hill. It was one of those things that I saw it on the hill and was like, you know what? I bet nobility lives there. And usually nobility has coin. And coming in from the ships and the docks, that's kind of a linear thought process to try to find the next amount of coin to go ahead and pay off my next bar tab. If you get
And who told you that there was work to be found in here? Because clearly the people here were not looking for work, and you don't just go to a place and suddenly ask, "I'm looking for work," without
Well,
people
nobody
looking for work.
told us that there was work, but we had been hearing rumors, and we figured he might need a few extra guards.
I mean, there was the talk. The town is that there was an attack here last night. So I mean, you have to be hiring up like security.
According to my guards here, it happened after a group of people visited the place, and then suddenly two guards of the place get attacked. That's quite a
interesting.
coincidence, if I say so myself.
So
Well, it could be coincidence. I mean,
so you're saying that the guards in the front lost track of all 5 people?
Well, the other guard, that one that saw you the other night, said, "Well, I also saw you guys cramping in one corner of the back alley, on the back door of the place, like a bunch of creepy weirdos," which is
well, in our defense, we had been knocking and trying to get someone to answer, but nobody would come to the door.
I mean, we were frankly catching a nightcap because we're kind of homeless right now. We don't actually have a place to stay in town. So it was kind of sitting down, having a drink, and catching our bearings. But I appreciate what you're talking about. I mean, what did the figure yesterday? What did he look like?
What figure?
But you said you saw me. I mean,
Yeah, I saw you, and you. He points at Vendette as well.
so you saw.
All three of
Somebody
you. And the
So you
other
saw
two.
So
I
you saw
think
somebody with no hair, looking like me, or are you just kind of making racial assumptions here? Because I mean, I am a orc with.
roll the step. He's gonna roll. Actually, he's gonna roll investigation. Oh, he rolled a terrible one. Well, I did see an orc. I'm not sure if you. It does look like you. I definitely saw her. She points at Sheena.
Yeah,
I'm going to roll. I think
you
I'm
saw
going
me
because it's like,
because I drink and I got a lot of friends.
and I just kept, yeah.
I am always looking to make some monies, depending on where the money's coming from, because you got to be able to afford me.
Damn.
The captain and guards are just look at each other in disbelief.
So I just kind of look at the guards. I'm like, so this guy's clearly a racist because he just said that all orcs look the same, and I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
That's
and
not what I
clearly
meant, sir.
You see my wand,
He
my
raises his
magic,
hand in panic.
You
oh,
see my
so
staff,
you got
so-
something against dagger teeth, huh? Do my tusks bother you?
Oh
no.
The captain tries to interfere and says, "Alright, how about this? Clearly you've been here once, and then suddenly 2 guards died in here. How about this? We're gonna
2
have...
guards died in there? What?
Yes.
We heard the rumor, but nobody confirmed it. So thanks for
Yeah.
telling us.
So how
Okay,
about this?
alright.
I would
Thank
suggest
you.
not to approach this area. If we, there will be no trespassing unless you've been well invited. And if you approach this place again, we may have to arrest you for trespassing.
Well, why don't you just go ask your boss if he would like
Yeah.
some more guards? Because
You didn't do your
he
job.
killed a dragon.
Yeah.
We know.
Good
we killed
for
the
you,
dragon.
Guards
but that
done that?
doesn't mean that doesn't allow you to trespass other people's territory just because you killed a dragon.
But technically, we're not trespassing. We're in the street.
Does he own this street?
Right.
What I'm only saying is that if any of the guards see you circling this place again on a weirdly manner, we may have to arrest you. I'm not saying you're responsible for the death, but I cannot erase out that you may have something to do with it, considering it is quite a coincidence that you're visiting the place twice where someone got
Right.
murdered.
So if we did it, then the person who's guilty is going to come back again. Got it.
Well, and I mean, we've already
Maybe
established
you're
that.
trying to fool me that you didn't do it by visiting. That's someone who
Yeah, but I'm a
do.
magic user. How do you know I wasn't using divination and found out that the future possibly held an attempt? You don't know that because you didn't bother asking.
And you kind of just assumed that somebody over here that is elf in bloodline and somebody who is here in orc bloodline just came and assumed to do damage to a human.
I would say the captain looks at it and says, "Do you want to talk to the guards that saw the figure? Maybe they would recognize who the person is."
Sure, bring him out.
Yeah, bring them out. Let's go ahead and look.
Bring him
'cause, I
out.
mean,
Let's go.
Okay.
Get this done and over with.
They look exactly like me as I look right
And
now.
make sure bring the noble too, so we actually see him.
the double is
He
not
sees
here
us.
currently.
Well,
Unfortunately,
Noble's
Mr.
not gonna be here.
Yeah, apparently he believes that someone wants him dead, so he's currently out of the city.
He's
at
probably
the moment.
he's probably in hiding. Yeah. So this is what I do. I say, look, the only logical thing would be, Captain, to make sure that you get the proper description of the figure from this guard that supposedly saw an orc. So I mean, if they can give my exact features, then yeah. But I mean, otherwise it's just libel, isn't it?
Well, like I said, we're not holding you liable for what happened here. But like I said, if we ever see you spying on this place again, like the last time, according to the guard, he saw a group of people cowering in one corner of the alleyway, and which he believes to be very suspicious looking. because people don't just do that. So,
We don't know what people here do. I'm not from here.
I mean,
Me either.
squatting in the street and drinking is pretty normal just to pull across the ocean. You know Dragosha?
Yeah.
We were from Dragosha.
Yeah, we just got here off the boat like 2 days ago.
I mean,
well,
I appreciate that this town doesn't even have like squatters in the streets. I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty clean.
like I said,
Person.
you are for now. You're not allowed to be anywhere near this area. I'm just gonna say it out
So
there.
no amount of persuasion would convince this guy that he
No.
needs more guards.
Nope, they don't
No.
need our guards. They technically don't need our guards.
So
And-
I'm just like, all right. Well, it looks like we're not going to find work here.
Mhm.
All right. Let's go.
Not that we'd want to work
And I
with somebody
cast
who makes all these assumptions
prestidigitation.
anyway.
I'm casting prestidigitation on their clothes and I'm soiling them with
Okay.
pig poop and bird pee and poopy stuff. They're
Okay.
gonna smell like a barn and look like it too.
Yeah, they look confused basically. Like, hey, did
Be
you smell
like,
that?
I'll be like, peace out. Have a great day.
And I
I just, thought you should, earn yourself a bath.
I just simply say, it's like, it's racial profiling like that has really set the half-orc race back a couple of decades.
That's unfortunate. Anyways, because we are completely innocent. We're not, you and me specifically.
Now, I was having a
I'm
drink.
just
I
like,
mean,
we didn't have anything to do with that. We didn't. Let's go.
All right, all right. So where do you guys go? As it is currently, I would say,
Don't we have to meet that person?
it is currently, I would say, 10 in the morning. So
Should we go see if she's back yet?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go back to the
Lavish Chateau?
chateau and see if
Yeah.
she's back. If she's not back,
It is
we'll
open.
take it out. Okay.
And the same guy approach. You see the one you gave the letter. Oh, welcome back.
Have you seen the Ruby of the Sea?
Oh,
Is she back in?
Oh no, I believe she is currently at the city palace.
Oh,
Oh.
so I was right. She went and got a high class.
Yeah. As much as I want to give you the letter, the guards called me off and says I'm not allowed to go there unless I have an official reason to be there. So I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, that settles that. I guess we'll leave town. There's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
Where do you guys go as you guys travel?
I guess go to Port Zune.
Oh wait, before we go anywhere, I have to cast Identify on my cape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
don't know what
been
it
8
is.
hours. It's been 8 hours technically. So you don't need to cast Identify because you attune to it. It is a cloak of protection, and it is a cloak of protection +2.
+2.
Yep.
+2, even better than mine.
So you
It's
have
better.
a +2 to your AC, Sheena.
Okay.
So now you have what items are you currently attuned for? The ring.
I took off the ring of distance.
Okay, so now that doesn't have effect anymore. So now you have the ring of
Right.
feather falling, the staff, and the cloak, which gives you a +2 to your AC.
Right.
And I guess we'll go to Port Zune.
Currently the ring that you got from the merchant lord from the female druid, the ring of that's a ring of protection, and you're not attuned to that as well, right?
I gave it back and got my ring of feather.
Oh no,
back.
you have not give it back. The ring is still with you because you haven't talked to the merchant.
That's right. We never went to go talk to them.
Well, I took it off. I took it off anyways because that was the deal. Remember, I swapped it out with
yeah,
the lady at the orphanage person. Her oh my gosh, why can't I think of her
yeah,
name?
but you have not returned her ring. The ring is still with you, and you brought it across the continent.
No, I gave it to the
To the husband.
house, at our estate. Yeah.
Yeah, we gave it to the husband.
Oh, okay,
Gave it-
good to
Oh yeah,
know.
that's right. The husband. That's what I know. I knew I gave it to someone because I wrote it down. Like I don't have any
We
more.
were gonna,
Ah,
we were gonna
okay.
go visit, but then we like kind of wound up getting sidetracked.
Okay,
Okay.
Good to know. I thought you didn't. Okay, so it's gone now. Okay. So where do you
Yeah.
guys go?
I think we should just go to Port Zune because it's like right there.
Yeah, it's a day's travel.
Okay, so we walk.
Okay, easily done. Your port soon.
Okay, what's in
then-
Port Zune?
It's just a standard looking port. With about 5 to 10 houses surrounding it. It's nothing too unusual.
Is there a job board?
Perception check.
While he's doing that, I'd like to cast Locate Object, and I want to focus on the necklace from Everon, that symbol.
Okay, remove a spell slot for that.
I rolled a
And
12.
you do not
I rolled a
find
22.
22. You do see what you call. First, Sheena, you do not find the amulet. Anyone wearing the amulet here. So remove a spell
Okay.
slot for that.
Yep.
You do find what you call a job hiring, but most of them are for sailors who are or are about to be transported somewhere else.
Okay.
And that's
well,
it.
This must. So let's go ahead and I guess just follow the course to Damali, I think.
Okay, that's gonna be 2 days travel. So
Yay.
Oh wait, can I...
same goes to the Bali. This is just a random port. Nothing too special about it. It's like a fish
Okay.
village basically. And
Okay,
it
so no,
and pretty much the same thing. If you look at the job listing, they're looking for sailors and fishermen, standard jobs.
alright. Well, I guess let's go and move up from here because we've got to eventually go ahead and get Morgarana home to transport her plant. So let's go to
I mean, there's
Cambodia.
no rush on that, although I would like to see home once again.
And as
But
well
there
as
is no rush.
and Sheena, you also know that what you call Draconia is nearby somewhere.
The ruins of Draconia.
But now you're farther
Yeah.
away because you went the other way around.
we'll still get to the continent. I mean,
Yeah.
we're here.
So where do you guys
so-
want to go?
Well, I want to go see the druid place to see what she was talking about anyway, so I wouldn't pass that up and learn a little bit more about them since that's my
I
interest.
think that for the druid it's gonna be at least a week away. So
Sure.
you- yeah, because it's at where is it? Nagvaror? Is it Bargarana? Or between somewhere here, right? Somewhere at the north.
Nagpur would be the closest city.
Yeah.
So just north.
So it is across the continent, basically, across the island.
Oh,
You're at the edge
Okay.
of the island, so it's a week away.
So we could take that week, and I could just keep finding food while we're going because
Yeah, easily done.
Wildmount is my
Yeah.
home continent, so I know the land.
So where do you guys go?
We could just go we'll just go all the way up to that city, Rogvor.
Guarden? Which city?
No, we're gonna go past. We're gonna go straight to Nogvor.
Okay.
yeah. We'll spend the time to go up that way. I feel
Okay.
like that'd be...
So from there you reach Comorda, the city of Comorda, basically.
Okay.
Wait a moment. So Comorda. From there, that's gonna be at least a day's travel again. So you spend another day here. And this is what you call. The place looks very barren, basically.
Okay. so there's nothing here really.
Yeah, it's a small village, but it looks pretty barren and it's raining by the time you arrive. So I would say you guys still leave the town and head north.
Yep, we're just going straight to Nogvor
Okay.
from Comorda.
Who wants to roll a d10?
I can do that.
Roll a d10.
Do it.
Roll it, roll it, roll it.
7.
7.
Oh.
7. One moment and see. We'll see what happens as you guys are currently traveling. D10. 7. Let's see here.
A gracious wizard invites and infuse us with wonderful powers.
You see a traveling merchant. You see what you call a cart passing by as you guys go to the road. And this old man wearing a green cloak. There are a bunch of hanging trinkets hanging on the side of his cart.
Okay.
I greet him and wave, and I'm like, "Hello, fellow traveler.
Hello there. You want to buy something?
I suppose we could take a look at your wares. How's the weather up to the north?
Pretty cold for the most part.
Just how I like it.
Well, I'm not really used to the cold, but I guess. So, what are you currently looking for?
Oh, what do you have?
Well,
Yeah, what you got?
I do have what you call this. I do have stone furnitures, if you and as well as wooden ones, if you're interested.
I don't think we need furniture.
No?
Oh, that's too sad. Well, I do have statues of animals if you want something like that.
Don't really have anywhere to put it.
Well, that's sad to hear. Well, that's all I have currently, I'm afraid.
Well,
Are
thank
you
you
aware
anyway.
of any interesting travelers that have passed through with any suspicious things with them?
Currently, you're the first people I've seen so far for the past, I don't
Hey,
know,
we're
4
one.
days.
Yay. All right, we qualify for that. That's all. I just thought you might have been able to share some of the things you've seen since I've never been up north. So that's all.
It's beautiful up there.
Well then,
I'm excited.
It's nice to be back home, or at least nearby. I'm just really hoping we don't run across my clan. They're nomadic.
But they do tend to be even farther north than where my tribes live.
Yeah, I came quite a bit south before you found me.
well then, I better get off going. I don't want to be late. I need to sell stuff anyway. You guys take care. And he waves off and he just leaves.
Beware the roving band of orcs with the last name Stromslasher.
Well, and you just hear him yell as he leaves.
And I just whisper to them, it's like, they will brutalize his corpse.
So you guys, what you call, arrive in the city known as Driven Load. What do you guys do?
Okay, well, we were going to go to Novgorod, but,
Currently you're in Driven Load. Do you continue traveling?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this time, a week has passed. Roll another d10. Who wants to roll a d10?
I rolled a 1.
Here,
A 1.
The
Okay,
37 owlbears come out the woods.
so roll a d4.
A D4.
Oh, triangle pyramid.
Also a 1.
It's a 1.
Oh.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
All white dragons.
Okay.
1 and 1. Grandpa, is that you? No, I'm kidding.
As you guys approach in the woods, what you call, you see a cart in the middle of the road, and it's cut in half.
Oh.
No.
Here.
And you
Okay.
see a figure standing next to the cart, who is slouched over, and this figure looks like it's about, I don't know, more or less 10 to 15 feet tall.
Oh,
Oh,
great. We have a
nice.
giant.
Nice.
You just hear him go, so tasty.
Sounds like he's eating people.
Does he eat
So
people?
I'm going to go ahead and speak out in giant. Hey there, buddy. What you eating?
He is in shock and looks at you guys as Nar says and says, "Oh, good, more food." He stands up and he has a mace on his back.
And I'm going to intimidate him in his own negative tongue. And I said, you could try to eat us, but we'll cut your tongue out.
I'll eat you first. And
So I can't roll intimidate?
roll intimidation. Sure.
Let's see, that is 16 plus 7, so with advantage, so I get to roll again.
With advantage? Why is it with advantage?
Because of my racial feat, because I'm a half-orc.
Wait, does half orc gives you advantage on? Send it in chat.
You gain I gain proficiency in the skill, not advantage, so it's just the 16. So 16 plus 7, which is 21. No, that's not right.
23.
It's 23.
23. He doesn't look intimidated because he outsized you because of how big he
Okay,
is.
well then,
Alright.
let's roll for initiatives then and kill him.
As this happens, he charges you guys with a
No,
with
I'm
a
gonna. Sheena's gonna cast levitate.
Oh no!
He has
Oh.
to cast a Constitution saving throw.
Oh wait, one moment. I have to check its stats.
Yes, levitate, and then we just start beating him like a pinata.
No, it raises him 20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna check its stats real quick.
Nom nom tasty.
I can change the target's altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on, like, if we were to be battling, like, and we continued, I'm just going to lift him up and be like, I'm stronger than you, not even lift a finger. So, if he doesn't succeed.
One moment. Let's check the stats. Oh god. No. There we go. So, what save am I making? Constitution?
Constitution.
And what DC? DC is 15, right?
Yeah, my DC is 15.
Okay. 14. Nope, he passes.
Okay, so he does not levitate.
He gets an 18. He has a +4 in Constitution. So he
Good.
charges
He
you.
targeted.
He charges you guys, and I would say as you guys prepare for combat to see the seal giant charging you guys, that is where we're gonna end tonight's
Okay.
episode.